Today I'm taking you along with me to one of the most famous and busiest movie studios in the world. Let's go check out the Warner Brothers studio tour. Well, we are dressed in our house best today.
Yes.
Because we are going on the Warner Brothers studio tour.
The Slytherin is just dripping off of you. I love it.
For reference, there is a Harry Potter experience on this tour.
Yes.
And I am a Slytherin and Annie is a Ravenclaw. So
The smart one, and she's the evil one.
So yeah, just two nerds going on a studio tour.
That's right.
Let's do this. So when you start the tour, you go into this room where you get to read about the history of Warner Brothers Studios, how they got started, and then you get to see sort of the studio's evolution over the years and all their different innovations and projects that were notable for the studio. They have all kinds of really cool memorabilia in this room on display as well. I thought Jack Warner's phone book and hand-bound scripts were really, really cool to see. This room also displays some really awesome memorabilia from some of your favorite TV shows and movies, like Phoebe's guitar. So it's filming right now. For the first half of the tour, you'll go through a guided tour of the backlot and you get to ride on one of these things. Back in the early days of the studios, each studio was sort of known for a certain type of film, and Warner Brothers was known for their gangster movies that portrayed the nitty-gritty underbelly of America. New York Street was constructed to film these movies, but it's also where the exterior shots of Friends were filmed.
There are boots in the window that reminds him of his ex-wife Carol. It makes him very sad. And behind us, this is where Chandler goes chasing after Kathy during her morning run. He's tripping over dog leashes, falling into trash. He meets up with Kathy and he says, "I just wanted to say hi." That's where Rachel and Monica are hiding out when they're spying on Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then this right-hand corner apartment building. This is one of my favorite buildings here on the entire lot. I love scary movies. One of the most prolific horror movie actors of all times, hands down, is a man named Vincent Price. He starred in a movie called House of Wax. That is the wax museum from Vincent Price's House of Wax.
These are actually not buildings, they're facades, which means they're not a fully functioning building. There's literally just a little space inside that door frame for the actors to come in and out of for the exterior shots. All the interior shots are filmed in functional sets or sound stages, but we'll get to that in a second.
This is a material called high-impact polystyrene. With a standard definition camera, this looks phenomenal. I can make you believe it's real brick. We have HD now. Sometimes this doesn't cut it. We need to make the transition to something more realistic. We'll switch it out with plaster. Just as durable as brick, but a lot less permanent. It's much easier for us to take out and transform. Prince's Purple Rain album cover was shot here. So if you could picture Prince on a motorcycle with smoke coming up, he was right here. My second favorite use, Annie, it's a Hurt Knock Life sequence. All of the orphans rush out onto the balconies here. My personal favorite, the upside down kiss. Now, folks, in that scene, it is pouring rain. It is California. We don't get rain here. So we draped a rain grid over these buildings. It produces drops that are 3 to 5 times sizes bigger than actual rain because real rain is not going to show up on camera. So Tobey Maguire is hanging upside down with these giant balls of water going up his nose. He said it felt like he was drowning. Parks Place. Let's start off with this brick building here. This is the casino from Ocean's 13 where the gang fakes the earthquake to get away with the heist. The theater on the right-hand corner that has all of the lights in front of it. Iconic. It has been in Friends. That's where Joey has his first movie premiere. That is where Judy Garland attends a movie premiere in the 1984 Star is Born.
Oh, that's so cool. Fun fact, I actually was working on a show and we filmed inside this set and on this street, but it was also the filming location for one of my favorite movies, La La Land. So it's truly amazing how they can take all of these backlot areas and transform them into whatever needs they need. And you've probably seen this set on many different movies at different times, and you would just never know it.
Right here on the pavement, she mentions our classic movie Casablanca. She points to some random building she claims it filmed over there. She is lying. The last remaining backlot exterior from the movie Casablanca is to your left, where it says Cafe Tabitha. That is all that exists from that movie. That is Cafe Pierre, Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman. They sit in front of that cafe. They're reading the newspaper when they found out that Germany would soon be invading France. Because this was France for that movie, we renamed the street French Street.
On French Street, you can also check out the facade for Full House, which is the replica of the one in San Francisco. The owners hated the amount of tourists visiting their house, so they painted it a different color, so this one was built for Fuller House to film.
Really has been any town, anytime. 1950s musical The Music Man, River City, Iowa. 1970s Dukes of Hazzard, Hazard County, Georgia. Gilmore Girls, Stars Hollow, Connecticut. Pretty Little Liars, Rosewood, Pennsylvania.
As a Gilmore Girls fan, this part of the set was so cool to see. This is actually currently the set for the new HBO show, Shining Vale, which is starring Courtney Cox. After a tour of the backlot, they take you to the sound stages. This building is the Mill, which is where the art department works to build all the sets. It's also the second largest solar-powered building in Burbank. If you're not familiar with what a soundstage is, like I said earlier, this is where all the interior shots are shot. These massive buildings are soundproofed and huge inside, so they can build all kinds of sets for whatever the production's need is. Stage 16 is one of the tallest sound stages in the world. It stands at 98 feet tall. It was raised to this height in 1935 by hand cranks for the production of Cain and Mabel, starring Marion Davies and Clark Gable. Davies wanted the studio to create bigger soundstage to accommodate for larger, more elaborate sets. At the time, the studio couldn't afford this, so Davies' husband, William Randolph Hearst, conveniently a very, very rich man, financed it. This soundstage also houses a 2 million gallon water tank, which has been used for movies like The Perfect Storm and the finale of The Goonies. If you watch The Voice, it is also filmed here as well.
Up to the right, stage 15. That's one of the oldest sound stages here on the entire lot. That is also the only sound stage on the entire lot that has windows.
The tour also takes you through a working soundstage, but you aren't allowed to film inside as it could spoil the surprise on the production that is currently filming inside. At the midpoint of the tour, you go into stage 24, which is the Friends soundstage, where you can grab coffee and a quick lunch at Central Perk. Is so fun because they have recreated the sets of Central Perk, Joey and Chandler's living room, and Monica and Rachel's living room and kitchen, so there's tons of fun photo ops for any Friends lovers. Make sure you don't miss out getting a photo or two on the couch right in front of the Friends fountain.
One. Nice, 1, 2, 3.
This is the part she came for. I'm so excited.
The final part of the tour, you get to explore the DC universe as well as the Wizarding World. They have all kinds of incredible costumes, props, and vehicles from the DC universe that you can check out.
Anything happening?
Oh, it like,
That's crazy.
I thought getting to use Wonder Woman's gold lasso is pretty cool myself. Last but certainly not least, the Wizarding World area of this tour is so cool. Now, they didn't shoot any Harry Potter here, but they really have some fun interactive things going on, like going into Harry's little cupboard under the stairs. Oh my god! It's Harry's room!
I wish I had a place like this to hide in my house. Right.
They also have this great forced perspective photo op when Harry gets his letter.
1, 2, and 3. Do one where you're surprised. Look at all this. Look at all these
Movie
letters.
magic, baby.
Yeah, I'll go like that. Eleven from Stranger Things. Yes.
Gonna get sorted.
Hoping I'm Ravenclaw.
We're gonna see what happens.
There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can't see. So try me on and I will tell you where you ought to be. Come cunning, shrewd. Let's see. Slytherin! I will shape you into the wizard you are meant to be.
The potions area was really neat and interactive. On the table, they have a bunch of different ingredients and pots, and you touch the ingredients in the right order, and the little potions pot comes to life after you've done it correctly.
Hi, I'm Paul Harris and I was the choreographer of the battle scenes in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Clean curve, the wand aimed directly at the enemy. Bring the wand forward at the head and whip it back. Oh shoot.
Of course, the tour ends in the epic gift shop. She's losing her mind.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh my god.
One of everything. Yeah.
The Hermione dress.
Like, it's a pretty dress, but everyone knows in the books it's blue.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is not canon. I reject it. Malfoy wands. Playing. Bonjour. Oh, c'est magique.
That was so much fun.
That was super fun.
Oh my
There
god.
was so many interactive things.
Honestly, I feel like that was more fun than going to Wizarding World right over down the street from here.
I've never been to this
Low key.
one, so
It's yeah, that was like really fun and interactive. Like the Harry Potter part, we obviously loved.
So cool.
I got to be Slytherin. I've always known that I was Slytherin, and this just confirms it. So.